Hi, today we're going to look at worksheet 5.1 example, computing rates and incomes from crop insurance. In this example, Jar Biggs is trying to figure out how to insure his 200 acres of corn. He will be using multiple peril crop insurance. He needs to decide how much coverage he should purchase based on the cost and the amount of coverage that he needs. Jar's actual production history for corn is 170 bushels per acre. The indemnity price or guaranteed price is $3.75. So let's take a look at this assignment and help JAR determine the best coverage for him. We're going to assume a premium rate of 4.4% and a subsidy factor of 0.45. Those will come into play in just a little bit. First question is we need to figure out our guaranteed yield. And to figure guaranteed yield, all you do is you take your actual production history. In this case, it was 170 bushel corn, and multiply that by level of coverage. So 170 times 85% looks like 144.5 bushels. %, of 170, 136 bushels. And 75% of 170, 127.5 bushels. So that's our guaranteed yield using this crop insurance program at these various levels. To figure out our premium cost, which your crop insurance agent is going to do that for you, but just for fun and to show you how rates are calculated, what we do is we take the actual production history times level of coverage times indemnity price, which in this case was $3.75 a bushel. And the indemnity price is based on the average spring price or the average price for December corn in February. In this case, it ends up being $3.75. So obviously it's going to differ from year to year because the prices are different year to year. And then we're going to multiply that by the premium rate of 4.4% and a subsidy factor of 0.45. Subsidy factor refers to what percent of the actual premium we pay. In this example, we only pay 45% of the premium. The reason for that is it's subsidized by the federal government. The United States Department of Agriculture subsidizes our crop insurance program. They pay about 55 to 60% of crop insurance premiums. We pay the remaining. In this case, we pay for only 45% of the actual premium. Actual production history then is 170 bushels in this farm times a level of coverage of the three levels of coverage were 85, 80, and 75. We're not going to multiply by each of those. We're going to multiply by the one we need for each particular problem. Multiply by the indemnity price of $3.75. Multiply by the premium rate of 0.044 and multiply by the subsidy factor of 0.45. So for the first one, 170 times 85% times 375 times 0.044 times 0.45, that equals us, looks like $10.73. For 80% coverage, it's the same math except we use 80% here instead of 85. 170 times 80 times, or 0.80 times $3.75 times 0.044 times 0.47 or 0.45 is $10.10. And for 75 cents, it's the same math, except we use 75% here. And our answer is $9.47. So to figure out our total premium cost for 200 acres, that's quite simple. We just take our cost per acre times 200 acres. And for 85% coverage, it's $2,146. For 80% coverage, it's $2,020. And for 75% coverage, it's $1,893.38. So far, so good. Now let's figure out our indemnity payment in the case that we do have a reduced yield. Jar Biggs harvests his crop after a very poor growing year. He experienced a very cool spring and a hot, dry summer. His actual average yield per acre was 131 bushel per acre. Calculate Jar's indemnity payment for each level of coverage. So his actual history, or excuse me, his actual production is 131 bushels per acre. His guaranteed yields are here. I'm just going to copy those down here so I remember those. Now I'm going to get paid based on this. My indemnity payment is just simply my yield guarantee, which I just copied down, minus my actual yield, what was 131, times indemnity price, 375 was my indemnity price, times number of acres, which was 200. So if I'm guaranteed 144.5 and 85% coverage, and I only yield 131, that means I'm paid on 13 and a half acres, 13 and a half bushels. Okay, 13 and a half bushels times my indemnity payment, or my guaranteed price of 375, gives me a total per acre payment of $50.63. That's per acre. Multiply that by 200 acres. Gives me a total indemnity payment $10,126. Okay, and with 80% coverage, we were guaranteed 136 bushels. Again, we only yielded 131. So we're paid for 5 bushels. We're going to take that times $3.75 guaranteed payment. That equals a payment per acre of $18.75 times our 200 acres. Total check of $3,750. Why'd we get paid? Because our guaranteed yield was not met. We had a disastrous year. We only yielded 131 bushels per acre. We were guaranteed 136 by crop insurance. In 75% coverage, we have a problem. Even though we had a bad year, we had a terrible year, we only yielded 131 bushel per acre. We have a problem because we're only guaranteed to 127 and a half. And therefore we get no payment. Zero payment on that because our yield was over our guarantee. So hopefully this worksheet makes more sense to you now with this video. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call, stop by my office, drop me an email. I'll do my very best to help you out. Thanks for listening, and good luck to you.